quiet. What went through your mind?
I don't have a clue.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today it's a big video because I met the boss. Yes, Bruce Springsteen. I will go on the red carpet. It will be amazing. You come with me, it will be crazy. Come on! Yeah, he has a new movie, documentary. I don't know exactly what is it. It's called Road Diary. And I'm invited at the red carpet. There's already a big line, you see that? So I will not be in front, I suppose, but that's okay. That's the Peterson Museum building. I did a video before about the cars they have inside. So let's go check in now. So I have my respin, guys. So I'm on the line. It will be amazing. Yes. Finally, after an hour, we are finally walking to the red carpet. And this look is at the Motion Picture Museum. Here we are on a black carpet finally. I don't know where we will be. They put some guitars, that's nice. Very good spot. It looks like a road. The carpet is a road. Road Diary. Very nice. They gave us some like sign, probably to sign or to be excited. Everybody has that. And a photographer here. They gave us to a poster, a Road Diary, and many stuff for the guitar. Yeah, wow. I don't know who's she, but she's pretty. That's Bruce!
Oh my God! Stevie! It's Stevie! Bruce! 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 Bob Iger! Bob Iger! Wait! Bob!
You didn't stop for anybody. Hey, Bruce!
But then I was going to do that.
Bruce, come here! Daddy! Daddy! We have a ticket. Look at that. Yeah, we have a ticket. We go inside to watch the movie. It will be crazy. Yeah. We are inside the big theater. Look at that. Wow, a lot of people. And we have a box of popcorn. That's cool. Bruce! Oh, she just behind us. This crazy guy, Bruce Springsteen, is just behind me. Wow! Look at that. He's over there. It's crazy.
Occurred back from the storied history of this band of brothers, sisters, and wife. And at the same time shares a personal and human story about where you are now in your life and what made you decide to make it. So what made you decide to make this film now, and what do you want your fans to take away from the film?
Well, if we didn't make it now, I'd be dead pretty soon. We gotta make these while we can. That's all there is to it.
And just what do you want your fans to take away from this?
Well, I guess it's just a little insight into how the show gets put together, both philosophically and technically and musically. You know, I think it lets the fans know the band a little bit more. You know, so.
So great. So Tom, our director, one more time for Tom Zimmer. You and Bruce have a very long partnership and friendship making films back to, I think, 2001. What was the first conversation you had with Bruce about making The Road Diary, and how much did the vision you had originally evolve in the final cut?
How much of the
Of your vision, like you had that first talk with Bruce, and with
Yeah.
John, I'm sure, and as it went along, did it evolve, or did it stick pretty much to the vision you had from day one?
I think it evolves every day that I was experiencing the band, filming and seeing what was going on. I think it's a conversation that happens with John and with Bruce from day one. And I just stay really open to what I'm experiencing. The first day of rehearsals, I was just so blown away by that sense of everyone's happiness. And I knew that I wanted that to come across, that sense of gratitude that they can perform again. But by the time I reached, you know, the American concerts in Europe, the film evolved. And I think a big thing is to be open, not have a set POV. And by the end of the film, I realized that it's by the end of the process, I realized it's another journey that John and I and Bruce have had, where these films start off with a simple thing of a text. Come on down and film the band. We're going to go back on the road. And by the end of it, it's a full experience, and it's something I'm familiar with in the past 24 years. But I never arrive at like with a set POV. I go for the adventure of East Street.
Tom, how did you plan that?
I remember having a conversation with John one time where we talked about Don't Look Back in the Bob Dylan film and how some of the power of those condensed songs really worked in that doc. And I think we had a 2.5-hour conversation about that editing and just the power of picking the right emotional places for songs. So I knew that if I had tried to mirror the impact of the show, but not show full songs, I could give an essence of the live event. And also the beauty of Bob Clearmountain, who mixed this. I have to say,
Yeah, Bobby.
my friends, they start at one layer, then they go to a whole other place with Bob's contributions. So I also just knew that with people talking about the past, I could use the archive in a powerful way that could take you back and forth in time.
Yeah. Well, the thing, just on the topic of the genius Bob Clearmountain, who's with us tonight, and started doing work with Bruce in 1980, and the first song I think that he mixed was, well, now I forget.
Hungry Heart. No, this is Roulette.
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 You know, is that I had 30 years experience at the Hall of Fame. John here is the chairman and doing a phenomenal job as the chairman of the Hall of Fame. And we have in the Hall of Fame, we have artists, we have producers, we have creators of all kinds, we have an agent, we have an ex-journalist, and there is room for the greatest mixer of all time, and without a doubt, that is Bob Clearmountain.
There's this great look on your face, like finally. Describe that moment and how Tom captured that when you became musical director.
What, at the end of the movie?
No, it was. No.
When I made you musical director.
Wherever you go, when Bruce goes, I'm not going to stay for rehearsals. I'm going to go home. And Steve, I want you to become musical director. And you say,
Well, yeah,
finally.
Well, it was just there were some new people in the group, right? You know, and you know, for forever, you know, I kind of make suggestions here and there. We tighten things up a little bit here and there, and so as it says in the movie, you know, the last couple of days, Bruce, you know, every single tour, Bruce decides what he wants to say, as he explained in the movie, right? And that's what he needs to concentrate on. You know what I mean? Because he's already made the music, he wrote the music, we've already made the record, right? And now, you know, now
I don't need to rehearse.
Exactly.
I've rehearsed.
So, you know, so he said, go in the last couple of days and, you know, tighten a few things up. And I said to Bruce, you know, there is some new people in the band, you know. And they're gonna say, who the fuck is this telling me what to do? You know what I mean? I mean, it's gonna be like that, you know. So I said, I'm like, it's gonna be a little bit weird. So he says, yeah, he thought about it. And he says, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe we should make something official about it. You know, that was it. That made me the official music director. You know, but, you know, I've been doing the same thing for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years.
The music is directionless without Steve Van Zandt.
Whoa. You know,
Huge part of this picture.
Huge.
And
Yeah.
how did you
I've been
put that together?
for 24 years I've been witnessing this thing, and also I have the memory of being 18 and seeing the show. So I wanted to try to get across this feeling that I would see again and again in the live show, where someone's looking at the stage and you see before your eyes their whole life flashes. You see this emotion. And I was obsessed with trying to capture that fan conversation that was happening. And I also wanted the sound of the fans' voices, how this music touched their lives. And it was something I came across a few people I talked to, and I could just hear in it that the connection was right for this film, and I talked to a lot of different people. I also filmed in the crowd to a point where they forgot about me. No one's acting for camera. So if someone looked at camera, I'd just turn away, and I would just try to wait for that precious moment. But what I wanted to try to get at was a reflection of what I was experiencing in the past 24 years, which is that transition, the emotional transitions that happen in the arc of the show.
Well, I think that what I see is that as opposed to in big concerts, you know, where the typical thing is just to really try and emphasize the scale, the mass, the size, the excitement that comes from the sheer numbers, is that we have that, you have those establishing shots, but then Tom is looking, even in the middle of the biggest stadiums, he's looking for faces. And when you see the promised land and the tracking shot that's going from one face to another right in the front row, and you realize even in that split second, every face is telling a story. And the point that's getting made is that every fan is both part of this huge experience and also having their own individual experience. And ultimately, when we get to the last montage, which is Born in the USA, Bobby Jean dancing in the dark and Born to Run, we're looking more at the audience. The ratio of shots is the percentage is more of the audience than we're looking on. And Bobby Jean is just a couple of cutaways. It's the hands and the faces. So Tom has a gift for finding the individual in the crowd and showing you both things, the scale and the power that comes with that size, but the fact that it's made up of humans, and everyone there is really having their individual experience. It's a beautiful thing.
And one of the most, I think, powerful moments of that, and then it's just silence, and 85,000 people in Barcelona don't make a sound. How did you find that connect? When you looked out and that stadium was dead quiet, what went through your mind?
I don't have a clue.
Literally,
Just doing it.
and the whole front row is beaming with smiles, but not a word. It was incredible, that relationship.
No, it's fun. What it is you have to sort of mentally project yourself into the audience, and there's just I don't have a fucking clue as to what I'm saying.
Well, it's working.
He passed away. I mean, he'll do something where songs don't come that often, really. I've gone 2 years without writing anything, you know. And I came back from George's, and I think he filled me with something where I think all of Letter to You was written in about 2 weeks and recorded in 4 days, you know, and you know, it's just, hey, you get up around our age, and those are the things you're thinking about. And Patty and I have had to deal with her illness, and you're worried about. It's just it's a part of your life now.